What's up, guys? Today I want to do a video on judging. Is it right? Is it wrong? Everybody wants to know. I'm going to tell you my opinion. Um, if someone wants to cut off their leg and you tell them, please don't cut off your leg, and someone else says to you, who are you to judge that person? If they want to cut off their leg, they should be able to do it. It's their life. Let them be happy. I feel like they're kind of taking the whole don't judge people thing out of context. I feel like true judging of someone is when you're saying something to someone or trying to get them to because of your own ego. If you're trying to put someone down and make yourself feel morally superior to them, that is, in my opinion, judging. Now, if you're trying to help someone or keep someone from hurting themselves, that's not necessarily as much judging, in my opinion. Now, I feel like the best way to get the most accurate message out of the Bible is to look at it through the lens of love and try to apply love much as you can through all the verses in the Bible. Because God wants us to love each other, and that's the most important thing He wants us to do with each other, is love each other. So, I feel like the first time or the first reason it's not, judging is if you're trying to help, if you truly have pure intentions, which is I want to help this person, I want to keep this person from hurting themselves, I care about this person, and those are your intentions going into the situation of where you're trying to tell them not to do something, that's not necessarily judging. Now, another situation is you have to love yourself. And if someone is abusing you, you have to love yourself and distance yourself from that person. And you can still, you don't have to hate that person. You can have love in your heart for them. But you need to take care of yourself sometimes and, look at yourself as a creation of God. You're important to God. You have a soul. And you need to love yourself. Because if you're just letting someone abuse you, that's not loving yourself. So the first situation is loving other people, and the second situation is you need to love yourself. Now, if you don't get along with someone because they like a different flavor ice cream than you, there's no reason to quit hanging out with them because you can say, I want to love myself, and we had disagreement. But if someone is abusing you physically or emotionally, mentally, and they're not treating you right, and you give them many opportunities, you have to take care of yourself. There's people who are very forgiving, loving people who continue to allow people into their lives. There's women who are in domestic violence situations who can't seem to get away from people. There's all sorts of problems. There's even men in domestic situations, with violence. You have to take care of yourself and love other people and not be afraid of judging someone if you feel like you're doing the right thing in your heart by either helping them or taking care of yourself. And I feel like a lot of times as Christians today, we may disagree with certain people's lifestyles or this, that, and the other. And if you're coming from the perspective of condemning that person and wanting to feel morally superior to them, I feel like it is wrong to judge them. But if you're looking at that person, whatever the lifestyle choice may be, it could be anything, and you're saying to yourself, you hurt in your heart, and you're saying, I want that person to be happy, and I know that they're not happy doing what they're doing, or I know they're not as happy as they could be, and I just want the best for them, and I love them, and I don't care, I just want them to be happy, and I hope they could quit doing this thing because I can see how much better it can make their life. That's not necessarily judging so much, and you should try to help people and love them. If this whole philosophy of who are you to judge, and you can never help, now don't judge people, but this whole philosophy of you can't tell anyone to do anything because it's judging is basically something that's good, which is not judging people, being twisted and used for evil, which is allowing people to suffer and watching them hurt and not trying to help them. If that was the case, that philosophy was true, that would mean that every parent who has ever tried to help one of their children get off of hard drugs was just judging them, and they weren't letting them live. No, they were loving them. They were a parent. They were hurting. They wanted to see the best for their child. Now, if you were sitting there as a parent and you were saying, little Jimmy's this, that, and the other, and he's no good, look at him, then you're coming from the intention more of moral superiority. But if you just want the best for that person, and you're coming from a perspective of love, then it's okay. You have to come from a perspective of love. And I feel like if you do that, and then think about that the most when you're doing things, anything in your life, I feel like you'll be on a good course, you know. So that's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoy this video.